Here, junior defensive lineman Nathalohn Nanai. Demons heading to Nichols, but we're going to take a trip back in time with Nate. 2 years ago, Nate was riding a stationary bike on the sideline trying to stay loose, and a young man tapped him on his shoulder and said, "Hey, I'm number 51 when I play." That young man had just lost his father. 2 years later, the bond remains strong. Nate, if you would just kind of walk us through how things have gone with John Parker of Leesville and how nice that's been and what that's meant to you.
John is a great kid. Every time game time comes around, he reaches out to me on Facebook Messenger and he's like, "Hey, go get him today." Recently, he wanted to run out the team, and I'm trying to see how I can make that work for him. But he's always there, every home game, him and his mom, and it feels good to have a support system outside your family. It's always great seeing him, and it's fun seeing him on the rail running back and forth and giving me the casual high fives, telling me good job, and he's a great kid. He's a really great kid.
You missed the non-conference part of the season, and you and I have talked. I mean, you wanted to be out there, but a relationship like that give you a little perspective in terms of fighting through that injury and coming back?
Oh, yes, sir. Obviously you want to be out there with your brothers, you want to be out there fighting, but at that point in time, it was just focusing on what I could do to make the team better. How can I come back as quick as possible, but still be completely capable of doing what I can do on the field. Having moments like that, you don't want to take the little things for granted, and having it taken away from you is just something you don't want.
You mentioned, you kind of talked a little bit about, but what's been, working with John and talking with John, and do you feel you've gained a little brother and kind of a second family here?
I definitely do. I reach out to him on his birthdays, and he always texts me, "Hey, you want to play the video game?" And it definitely feels like having a little brother I never have. Having him it helps me keep the right mindset, knowing that somebody's looking up to me and that I got to lead by example.
Is that something you also, it kind of works not just with people younger than you, but guys on the team?
Oh, without a doubt. We have a lot of vocal leaders on this team, and I just feel like me getting better as a vocal leader, I also like to lead by example. I think that's one of the things that, practice makes perfect. So me being a better example for John, it really helps me to be a better example for my teammates and for the trench runners.
You guys have really come together as that group. What's Coach Beckwith done for you guys? Obviously Coach Love was a tremendous coach as well, but two different guys in terms of approach, in terms of personality.
Yes, sir. Ever since Coach Big stepped in the door, it's just been brotherhood. It's nothing. It's not just X's and O's. It's being able to take what we learn in football outside into the real world. Every meeting we open up with Proverbs. Everybody reads a little bit of the scripture, and I just think he takes the little things and he emphasizes it, and that brought us together. And this season, you can kind of see it. You can see it on the field. The D-line is we're all unison, and I really appreciate him for that. He always checks up on us, and he makes sure to put us first.
Sounds a lot like your relationship with John.
Yeah, sounds a lot like it.
But the other way, you get to be the little brother in that case. And obviously Coach is not that much older than you guys, so I guess it helps it to relate a little bit too.
Yes, sir. When it comes to him playing music, coming into meetings, he's always there to keep the energy up. That's his biggest thing, is having that energy and being grateful for it every day that we got, because there's always somebody else that has it worse than us. So I thank him for that, for keeping us humble, keeping our minds on what we got to do each week, but also being grateful for it and having fun.
And for you, you mentioned, I thought that was interesting, you mentioned taking it into life. I think 2 years ago you got to see that up close and personal.
Yeah, ever since meeting John and understanding what he was going through at such a young age, I haven't experienced that, but it puts things in perspective. Every day I'm out here, I try to be grateful for it. I try to take it one day at a time, one snap at a time, one practice, everything, one meeting. I just try not to overlook anything. Try to be grateful for every minute I have with the game of football and with my brothers on this team.
All right, Nate, thanks so much.
Thank you.